This is Mrs. Wilcoskis in the library. It is November 15th, 2015, and I want to show you how to use um, video resources for a project such as this. I'm going to go down to audiovisual. So this is part 3 of finding resources for economic policies about Louis XIV during the age of absolutism. So here on this block here, which we can you might find in a couple different places on the library haiku page, you can click here and you get your student usernames and passwords. I cannot do that here on YouTube because then it becomes public. But we got 4 databases, and I did not find much at all in PBS Learning Media. I found a few things on NBC Learn, so let me show you how you just click through here, and while you're in haiku, you should be authenticated. So I just typed in Louis XIV, XIV again, and I got these 3 different videos, and some of them doesn't look like it would be about Louis XIV, but as you start to read your background information, you'll realize he was all about excessive living. And Versailles is a perfect example of that. And so you'll see lots of different videos and images about the Palace of Versailles and how it exhibits his excessive living, which he had to actually change his economic policies in order to fund his excessive living. So you may take that kind of spin on your research paper, but let me just show you how you would use these videos. So I'm going to click on this. This is called a cue card. I don't know why they call it a cue card, but they do. I'm going to just turn it off real quick. If I can watch, it's 3 minutes, I can watch it. If it's of value to my research and I want to use information, I can pull this over here, and this is the transcript. And once I have the transcript, I can actually copy and paste as long as you cite it as you're copying and pasted, but typically you want to paraphrase. But I believe it's easier to paraphrase from the written word than from the audio component. So you can, I think that makes it very easy. I can flip this over and I can grab my citation, copy it right there. I can also get some keywords. Okay, these are keywords that describe what was going on in this video. Sometimes it's easier to get keywords that you didn't think of that describe some of the same topics, and it gives you something else to search from in a different database. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. So I have found 3 different videos on NBC Learn. You'll find also Exploring the New World. There's a lot of videos on the French explorations of this time period, and if you think about it, it'd be very expensive to send out explorers. It's very expensive to expand unless you have an immediate return on your investment with raw materials. And that doesn't always work like that, except you can set up a colony, and that's going to take time, and then you can send back your raw materials that way. But it's very, very expensive. So you'll find videos on exploring new worlds, too, that you might find helpful. Again, none of these video databases in this situation, for this specific topic, are very meaty. You can't write a research paper with this as one of your major resources, but it might give you little tidbits here and there to help support an idea or an argument that you already have. Okay, so I'm going to go on over to Classroom Video on Demand, and I put in Louis XIV, and you'll start seeing, again, like we were talking about, a lot of things dealing with Versailles, the Palace of Versailles, and his excessive living. So if you decided, again, you wanted to talk about him he was referred to as the Sun King because the world revolved around him. So I'm going to just stop this video, make sure it doesn't start playing. Okay, it's not playing. Here's my transcript after I read it, and if I find it important, here's my citation. I can come down here and get it Chicago. Anytime you copy and paste a citation from somewhere else, you really need to make sure it's accurate. However, it's a fabulous place to start. When you click this and it starts playing, it will actually start reading it, and you'll see the part that you're reading or it's reading highlighted. It makes it easy to follow. It's also nice if I go back to here, you'll see the segments involved in this video. This one is not all about Louis XIV, but you will find other ones that are. So you'll see again, he was a patron of the arts, but again, he spent so much money on the arts that it caused him and caused economic problems. This is also very interesting. This one called the state. I'm going to click over here. And here are your segments. It actually even talks about mandate of heaven, which is another topic. But it talks about how they went from absolutism to republics here at the bottom over time. But somewhere in the middle here is absolutism and Louis XIV. So it's very interesting. Coming over to Discovery Education, I'm going to go back to Louis XIV. And there are transcripts on this video database also. However, there aren't any transcript for this specific topic, or at least not that I've been finding. But let me just show you how to scroll through some of this. I'm going to, you don't want anything grades 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 through 12 should be fine. You want things that you can view, but you might, if you do read, you can get some encyclopedia articles, and that could be helpful. But we're going to look for videos. I want full-length videos or video segments. I don't really need the images, and I don't think there's anything else you need to see. Closed captioning might be nice. It allows you to write down if they're talking too fast, or if you're talking in a accent that you can't quite get. But anyway, so once we've limited that down, then you can start to see your different videos that pertain to this subject. But like I said, I think most of these videos did not have transcripts. I don't know that I tried this one. Yep, so no transcripts. It's very odd. Different topics seem to have more transcripts than others. I can add to this. We were talking in the earlier video about, like, don't just stick to your one topic, but Edict of Nantes. Here they even talk in the Edict of Nantes. I think they said, I typed in Louis XIV, and you can even see that they're referring to the revocation of the Edict of Nantes by Louis XIV, and you can get some background information on that and help you figure out what you're going to do some research on. I didn't find lots of video resources for this topic, but once you get a little bit deeper into your research, maybe you will, maybe you won't, maybe it won't work for this situation. It's always available for your research projects, but it works better for some than others. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.